Thanks so much for taking the time to come out and listen. So my ideal vision for the future of digital journalism is one that challenges the status quo by moving media industries towards a more self-aware, inclusive, equitable, community-driven, and audience-first future on both the editorial and business sides of our industry. So I currently sit on the ONA board and have served for the past 2 years. I'm a longtime multi-platform journalist who's worked in Canada and the US. I'm also a media consultant who's worked with newsrooms and journalism institutions around the world. And I'm also an educator who teaches at Ryerson University and Centennial College here in Toronto, as well as at the City University of New York. So I'm a bit of a Jill of all trades, and that's what I hope to bring to the ONA board. I'm also a news entrepreneur who recently founded a local Toronto news outlet called The Green Line. So because of my diversity experience and my professional background, I've been a journalist who's had newsroom leadership roles and experience at both legacy and digital first outlets. I'm a consultant, an educator, an entrepreneur. And so that means I have a diverse set of skill sets that are valuable for navigating a really rapidly changing industry. And these skills are valuable to the ONA board from both editorial and business perspectives. So for example, I specialize in community-driven journalism, audience engagement, news entrepreneurship, media business models, newsroom diversity, and media ethics. And here are some of the ways that I've applied them in my career. So I'm really passionate about coaching local news outlets on reaching financial sustainability to support our democracies. I'm particularly concerned about the state of our democracies worldwide and polarization. I fought to strengthen newsroom diversity as co-founder of Canadian Journalists of Color. I oversee both business and editorial strategy as publisher and editor-in-chief of The Green Line. And I'm really energized by teaching my students the latest community-driven news gathering and engagement practices at the schools that I teach. And finally, I really love the ONA. I know a bunch of my colleagues here have mentioned that ONA feels like a community, excuse me, a very strong community, and that's also been my experience. It's been such an absolute delight serving the digital journalism community alongside such a talented, thoughtful, and committed bunch of media leaders. And I continue to want to serve this community going forward beyond my first term. And so during my first term, I was vice chair of our community and education committee, and I'm also currently a member of our governance committee. And while I was vice chair of the community and education committee, I hosted a series of community circles, which are virtual discussions that are meant to connect and mobilize the digital journalism community during the pandemic. And through this work, I helped convene more than a dozen committed engagement journalists from around the world, where we ended up producing a comprehensive database of resources for journalists to engage communities that are underrepresented or underserved in their reporting. And I've also long been involved in ONA in different capacities before joining the board. I've spoken at the annual conference, as well as our industry leader event, ONA Insights, and I've also been an online journalism awards judge. So if you believe in my vision for the future of journalism, one that embraces both mind and heart, I'd really appreciate your vote. Thank you so much.